Soy guapo, lo sé, las mujeres se calientan, ya lo sé.
Hola, mis guapanatics. Welcome to another edition of Los Degenerates Talk. Today, we're going to talk about the next main roster call-ups. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, we're pretty much just going to talk about who we think is going to get called up, who we think should get called up after Mania, after NXT Revenge. That sounds like a lame ass name. I don't want to do. Maybe it'll grow on me.
No.
So, I mean.
It's like Backlash without saying Backlash.
It's like Backlash, but less cool. Yeah. No aura, no Riz, none of it. I have 4 names that I think are going to be called up in the Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania from NXT. I'm just gonna, same thing as we did with the most recent videos, I'm just gonna list them. And we're not gonna go out over them one by one, I'm just gonna list all of them at once and then we'll talk about them. I'll get your thoughts. But the first one that I think for sure is gonna get called up, should get called up, Fatal Influence. After that.
And that's 3 people already.
Okay. 4 acts. 4 acts. I said 4 names, not 4 people. I cheated with the first one. First one's Fatal Influence. Second one, Sol Ruca. Third one is Joe Hendry. And the fourth one, this one is like a hard maybe, but I have a weird feeling about it. Tatum Paxley.
Okay. I guess that makes some sense.
Do you got any people who you disagree with from my short list? Or anyone I left out that you're like, what about this guy? What the fuck?
Who would I add in? Or who would I want to add in?
Yeah, or anything you disagree with. That you're like, or who do you think that I didn't say yet?
I feel like Ethan Page can easily just fit in there. He's done too much already.
He has done a lot. My only problem with that is I don't think I want Ethan Page to go to the main roster without Ricky Saints. Because I thought about it and I'm like, we need Absolute Ego as a tag team.
We do, especially like on what? SmackDown would be nice.
Yeah. Which is why I kind of don't want him to leave without Ricky Saints. If he's going to do Absolute Ego, he can go with Ricky Saints, that'd be cool. Or he could stay in NXT, he's going to do a tag team with him and there in NXT. Mm-hmm. But even if they do become a tag team in NXT, that should be like their last run in NXT. That should be the end of it.
Yeah. But either way, Ethan Page could jump into the United States picture.
He could. But that's the big reason why I didn't include Ethan Page. Is I'm just like, I don't want what I think is going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but this is what I think is going to happen. That Ricky Saints is going to, because Ethan Page has a title match with Tony D'Angelo at NXT Revenge. I don't know if you saw that. It's supposed to happen tonight, actually.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe we'll find out before this video is even uploaded what happens there. I feel like Ricky Saints is going to screw over Ethan Page, and he's going to kick him out of NXT, and that's going to be his last match tonight. I hope it's not true. I kind of hope they still do Absolute Ego at some point.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want it to happen, because I feel like if Ricky Saints turns on him, then Absolute Ego is never going to happen. Mm-hmm. Never. So I would rather wait until we do Absolute Ego, and then you can just do whatever the fuck you want. But we need this tag team run. I want a tag team run. That's the problem.
Who else? Ricky Saints, obviously, too.
Yeah.
Out of the women, besides Tatum Paxley, maybe Blake Monroe, if it's not Tatum Paxley.
That's a good point. I thought about that too. I feel like Blake Monroe still has more time in NXT. Not that she needs it, she doesn't. Mm-hmm. But I feel like since she still has a storyline going on with Vanity Project, it looks like, where they just helped her get a weird knockoff title. I feel like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Tatum, I feel like could stay in NXT another year, but she's already been in NXT for so fucking long. I have a weird feeling that maybe not this week, but next week they're gonna write her off NXT Revenge. Maybe they'll do some type of unification match between her and Blake Monroe. probably Blake wins,
Mhm.
and then maybe Tatum finally goes to the main roster because now she's been NXT Women's Champion. She's been the Women's North American Champion. She's only the second woman in history to win both of those. The first is Stephanie. I'll care. So I feel like now she's ready for the main roster. It's kind of crazy because Tatum was a jobber for so long,
Yeah.
or like a bottom, very very bottom of NXT, and all of a sudden, all it took was like losing Gigi Dolan and Shotzi for her to get a glow up on NXT.
Yeah.
And then turns out the Culling pairing actually fucking worked in a way.
That's true.
It worked for Tatum, not so much for the Culling, but for Tatum it worked out.
Yeah, calling might be like a lifetime NXT thing. I don't see them getting called up ever.
I don't see him getting called up. I'm not a fan of the Culling. I'm a fan of Sean Spears, but I'm not a fan of the Culling. I just,
Yeah.
I,
Even at that, what would he do in the fucking main roster?
I think it was promising at first, but it quickly didn't last that long. The promise of the Culling. I'm pretty sure the Culling is either gonna get like split up before NXT or before any of them gets called up, or someone's gonna get released and then the group's just done.
Yeah.
Which Nico Vince. Hey man, I like Sean Spears. I'm a Sean Spears guy. I don't want to be him. I feel like, bro, I don't want to see you come back to WWE just to get fucking released again.
Yeah, he should definitely not go to the main roster.
But I heard rumors that Sean Spears came back to be a trainer anyway, so I think he's just.
Either way.
I feel like he's fine for either way. I think he's actually probably wants to be in NXT because he knows he's going to be a trainer afterwards, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Would I like to see him on a main roster? I mean, kind of. Again, I'm a Sean Spears guy. But with the way the Culling's going right now, he's not going anytime soon. Unless some crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
He's not going anytime soon. I don't know what's going on with the Culling, but I don't really give a shit that much about the Culling. Once Tatum beat them, I was like, alright, well,
What we have left?
you guys can go. Which is crazy because I just saw that Nico Vance just won the Booker T's Reality of World Wrestling title. Which I thought was so random that I didn't even know this dude was fighting there. What the hell? World champion? I can't even think about this dude's wrestling style. How did he win the title? Did he Otis it? Did he Otis Money in the Bank it?
He gets around.
Oh, God. Those were your names, right? Ethan Page and Blake, probably?
Blake, yeah. I think that's it, because, I mean, there's not much. And they already just called up Javon, Trick, and...
They called up
Called
so
up
many
every-
people, yeah. And
they're
those
kind of
call
taking up every single spot.
those call-ups have been a mess. It's weird how many people they've called up and brought into WWE in the past couple months. But at the same time, for example, the women's division on SmackDown feels super fucking thin. I mean, that's why we got Rhea.
Yeah.
And it's thin
Because they put most of them in tag team division.
yeah, it kind of backfired with the tag division. But I think it just shows that we need to keep growing the women's roster. It was great that you made a great tag team division, but then you realize you had no challengers for the singles titles, and then just to make things more worse, you fumbled the tag team division at the last inning. Before Mania, you fumbled it right before.
And the Bellas who were trying to like get over in this,
Oh.
Nikki got injured.
So that's why I'm calling up the women that I'm calling up Fatal Influence. I'm trying really hard not to say Fatal Attraction. Fatal Influence, Sol Ruca, and Tatum Paxley. Because that'll, honestly, you might even need to have them all go to SmackDown because SmackDown's women's division feels so fucking small.
Yeah, it's just Jordan Grace and now, what's her name?
You need
That's
to
it.
fix that division. And
I guess Rhea Ripley, because
yeah, like this. Yeah, Sol Ruca. I don't know what I would do for Sol. Honestly, I think she's probably just gonna, only prediction I really have for her right now on the top of my head is that she's gonna be in this year's Women's Money in the Bank. What are you playing a game?
I started it when you stopped the thing, and I was like, oh, it's gonna take a while, but now I can't stop.
What the fuck? Have you been playing this the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see. Ethan Pache.
Ethan Pache.
Blake
So
Monroe.
Caputa.
Not because I'm looking at her thirst trap right now. Because I just really care about her as a talent.
I think she's great in everything she does.
I bring this up because I just saw a random article about a Blake Monroe thirst trap, and I was, I saw it and I'm like, all right, you know what? Consider myself trapped.
Consider myself thirst trapped.
Oh God! If that was the goal, well done, Blake. Well done. Cheerio. Yeah, I just feel like I know it might seem like too much for SmackDown, but SmackDown needs it way more than Raw does.
Well, Raw's women's division kind of needs it too.
They're both kind of a mess because there's so many tag teams.
Because there still needs to be like a mid card challengers. The only main card challengers have been fucking Raquel and well, at least for Raw, Raquel and Liv.
Do you have any like predictions or ideas, like if for the people that you want to see called up or you think are going to be called up, like Ethan Page or like Blake or like the ones I said?
Well, Ethan Page, I think easily, if Sami Zayn stays as champion, he can easily go just to antagonize more Sami Zayn.
He could. Imagine him beating Sammy on the SmackDown after WrestleMania because Trick failed, or because Sammy cheated to beat Trick, but then Ethan cheats to beat Sammy.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would send Soul to SmackDown, honestly. Like, Julia needs more opponents, or Tiffany needs more opponents, because I feel like that's how it should go to Tiffany, but did she get punished didn't she almost injure Julia in their last match? I thought I heard about that.
Tiffany, yeah, well, I mean, Tiffany's pretty sloppy.
Is that why she didn't make Mania? Did they see that and go, yeah, no, you can't be on Mania after that. We can't do this match. Because, like, that's the match I wanted to see for the US title. I think that would have been a solid mid-card match. But then I heard some stuff about their last match together on SmackDown.
Yeah. She botches a lot. That's why I think her title reign was kind of shitty. Well, not kind of shitty, it was terrible.
I've seen worse, but yeah, no, it wasn't great. I think the part I didn't like was the babyface run. Babyface part of it. Like, girl, you're not a babyface.
You're barely even a face.
Hey, yo, hey, what the
Oh, my bad. Too much.
Fatal Influence. Would you see more to Raw or SmackDown?
Well, I mean, either way, they're going to be part of the tag team division.
Either way, yeah. But, like, where do you think, I guess, JCJ would be a better help for the... Hey, you know what'd be cool is if JCJ beat Becky after Mania? Or, no, you don't like it?
No.
Is it because Becky's just too damn raw for that?
Yeah, what the fuck? That'd be so...
I mean, the song's a banger.
That's all she has.
If she beats AJ Lee, hey, at least it goes to somebody to beat all the time, you know?
Someone's off the camera. We're done with him.
She's not that bad, man. I liked her Tatum Paxley match. That was about it. Yeah, I really liked that fucking match. What else did I say from my list? Joe Hendry. Okay, so Joe, I definitely think he gets called up by the end of this year, before this year's over.
I guess he could be the babyface for, like, the United States title.
I low-key want to wait to call up Joe until, like, after SummerSlam, though. Just because I feel like there's a lot of rookies on the NXT roster who I don't give a fuck about. But in order to get me to give a fuck about them, you might need to have them work with somebody I do give a fuck about.
That's true.
So if you take away too many people, who the fuck's gonna get those guys over? That's been a big problem with WWE, is that they're using the wrong people to get other people over. Like, they're using people you're using people who still need to get over themselves to get other people over. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't do shit for nobody.
Yeah. Well, I think Joe Hendry still needs a little more time in NXT. I know he's already big time, but I think NXT just needs him.
He is. I thought about it, and like, if you asked me a week ago or a month ago, I would have said that he should go to the main roster as soon as possible because he's already such a huge mainstream
Then he
star.
had a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, But now it's also like, I still feel like he can help NXT. At least for maybe 4 more months until SummerSlam.
Yeah, at least then. Or at least, like, till Royal Rumble. Because then he could just jump to the Royal Rumble and...
Are you wait for him until then?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of need for him right now. There's a lot of, like, big-time players they picked up.
There are a lot of... Listen, that's the thing. The mid-card for SmackDown and kind of Raw is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, I would say there's a lot of mid-carders on SmackDown. So if Joe Hendry did get called up, because here's the thing, Joe Hendry's supposed to... He has a segment planned for NXT Revenge where he's supposed to address his future. I don't know what... I have a weird feeling that might mean he's like going to the main roster and telling everyone, I'm going.
Yeah.
Or he's getting written off to go to the main roster. I wouldn't... If he does get called up, I would not put him on SmackDown. SmackDown has enough mid-carders. They do not need him. I think Raw needs him more just because Raw's full of like... That Raw line match full of a lot of people who are barely even mid-card, honestly. No offense to JD and Drag.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm legit surprised y'all made the Mania card. Like, oh, okay, sure, I guess. Congratulations.
We can do something with you.
I guess it's not the ladder match I would have. That's the show I would have done a ladder match for. I would have done it for the other place. You're still playing this game? God damn it.
Almost done.
You're playing by yourself? You're playing with someone else?
Online guy. But he's about to lose. I have a problem.
Yeah, I would put Joe Hendry on Raw, and I think it'd be fun to see.
Intercontinental title?
I think it'd be fun to see him interact with guys like Gunther or Dominic Mysterio
or Danhausen.
Danhausen's on both shows either way. I feel like it. Los Americanos. I think there's a lot of fun people from the work on Raw, but I feel like if he goes to SmackDown, he's gonna get lost in the shuffle. And then even worse because you know the 3-hour thing is not all year, right?
I was lying for a while. Oh.
Until June. So, like, that's why I kind of don't want to move him there. I know I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot because, like, what about all the women you just said should move to SmackDown? Hey, man, they still need more help, all right?
That's true. Damn.
The SmackDown's mid-card and tag division is going to be fine. Well, not the tag division.
The women's Intercontinental title. Because what happens? Because isn't Becky leaving after WrestleMania just taking a break?
I don't think. Oh, I don't know. If you heard something?
I thought that's what she said.
I hope that's not. Well, this is why I pitched JC Jane, big debut, beats whoever wins that match. We're after Mania.
I'd rather have Blake Monroe come into that spot.
We'd rather have Blake Monroe do everything that JC Jane has done. Let's be fucking honest. We'd rather have Blake Monroe be the one who's holding NXT and TNA up.
Yeah.
She should have done it. And I'm not even the biggest Blake Monroe fan.
It didn't make a lot of sense that JC Jane did it.
But, like, girl was a big deal in AEW right before she left. I feel like she did things right. She did things perfectly. She had a solid run in AEW for a short amount of time, which is hilarious when you think about the people who've been locked into those huge-ass contracts for a while.
Yeah.
She saw it out. She took it. She said, oh, I'm taking it. I already had my feud with fucking Tony Storm. What do I need to stay for? I'm already made. I can go to fucking WWE right now. She took her shot and she went for it. She looks to be like one of the smartest wrestlers ever for that decision. For the way she did her business.
God, she used AEW. They're probably never going to have a new superstar, too.
And she was only at WrestleMania 4 years ago. They made a big deal about how, like, she was, like, did so many posts for WrestleMania 38 because she was a huge fan then. And that was before she went to WWE. People were saying, oh, she's definitely going to go. I'm like, what do you mean? I saw these posts. She proposed these old posts for WrestleMania 38. She's a huge WWE fan. That's why everybody was calling it. And I'm like, man... She's goals, bro. Look at that shit. The turnaround, 2022 goes to WrestleMania 38. Ends up in AEW from 2023 to like beginning of 2025. Goes to NXT, goes to WWE. She doesn't have the greatest win-loss record already in NXT, but we still believe in her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't given up on her. We still know that, like, nah, she should go to the main roster. Nah, she should at least win an NXT title.
Yeah. She definitely should win the NXT World title before she goes.
Yeah.
Because who knows when she can win the World title on the main roster.
So, I started ranting about Blake. I forgot what we were talking about before.
people what they should be doing when they get called up.
Oh yeah, what do you think they should be doing when you see them?
You kept saying JC Jane.
Oh yeah. Because you were like, you should be breaking rules. And it's like, okay, fine, I understand. But JC Jane and Toxic and Flame of Influence, Fatal, whatever their name is, we all know they're a carbon copy of the old group. Okay?
God.
It's time for them to go up. Alright? They got a banger theme. I don't really want to see them in NXT anymore, but I also don't want to just be like, alright, see ya, release either. Because like, no, I do see the value in them, even if it's just as a mid-card presence. At least they help build up the women's division, which still needs building.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It does. We've made a lot of progress.
We've made a lot of progress, and then they went backwards this year.
We've made a lot of
spots.
There's still more work to be done. Like, why'd you give up a spot to the belts when it's like, what's wrong with you? Were you having an off day? Did you take your meds?
You left EO out.
What's going on, man?
What
Why?
did EO do?
You know what I would have done instead is if Rhea was going to face Jay, I would have had Io face Julia. They both go for title of SmackDown.
And then they get switched over to SmackDown?
Hey man, at least Io's on the card. At least she's there. And maybe she makes Julia look good because she has a banger.
I guess.
It's better than her just fucking big Rhea sidekick who's not on the show. We're just like, hi! On the side.
Yeah. And she's just there wrestling random people.
Oh.
She loses the fucking Jade. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I would put Tatum Paxley on SmackDown too. That's the one I didn't get to yet. Where Tatum should go, what she should do. Tatum versus Julia. Tatum versus. Well, maybe Tatum Paxley beats Becky in her first match. Hey man, AJ Lee did that shit for fucking Paige, man. We didn't even know who the fuck Paige was when that happened.
Tatum Paxley's not Paige.
Okay, but at least she's not Maxine Dupree.
That's true. No one's Maxine Dupree.
That's why I'm like, should we really be upset if like one of the NXT call-ups beats Becky in their first match? Like, it's better than Maxine. Anything is better than.
Everything's better than Maxine.
At least Fatal Influence will have their aura entrance.
You and your red hair is better than Maxine.
What? Oh, damn.
Check out his YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about.
This is the YouTube.
His non-wrestling part of the YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, go.
Okay, I guess actually, you know what? Soul and Fatal Influence should go to SmackDown, but if Tatum gets called up within the next few
Could
weeks,
go to Raw and face for the Intercontinental title.
I was gonna say Tatum
And then
goes.
she could beat Becky Lynch if you want someone to beat Becky Lynch.
I was gonna say Tatum goes to Raw because she's got history with Lyra.
Soul. Because Soul look better with the fucking Intercontinental title than the United States title.
She'll help the U.S. title a lot, and it needs more help than the Intercontinental title is.
Obviously, we're not trying to help the United States title.
You're not trying to help the United States title. I'm trying to help the Women's United States title because look at how the disparity of prestige that's going on here. There's the Women's U.S. title that Becky's built up for the past year. Even with the Maxine detour, it's still more prestigious. And then there's the Women's U.S. title that was respectively held by Chelsea Green. Hot potato between her and Julia for a bit.
Zelina had it.
Oh right, Selena had it in one of the most forgettable title reigns ever.
Mm-hmm. She botched her last match with it.
And no, it's not even. It's 2 years. It's not on the card. You know, sure the Intercontinental Women's title wasn't on the card last year technically, but at least the champion was on the card. The Women's U.S. title's been done dirty. It hasn't got a single PLE, man. I'm trying to help. Come on, y'all. Julia and Tiffany Stratton was right there on a silver platter. We had it. It could have happened. But then botches happened instead. And
Tiffany happened. Tiffy made it Tiff.
I hate seeing Julia like this, man. She deserves better.
Maybe you want a different brand.
Maybe bring back the drafts.
Send her ass to Raw.
You know, at least
Send
then.
Maxine to SmackDown. If she wants to win another title, go for a fucking United States title.
I guess if you're doing the draft again, you can move my NXT colors wherever the fuck you want. It's all going to be fixed in the draft anyways, hopefully.
Don't they supposed to do a draft last year?
Yeah, but I think they got rid of it because of the John Cena retirement tour. They knew with the John Cena retirement tour that they were going to have people bouncing brands and him bouncing brands just so that Cena had the right opponents. Cena could at least face the right people. And he mostly did. Logan.
Brock.
It was a shitty match. You got anybody else from the NXT roster who you think is going to get called up soon or maybe by the end of this year? If you're not sure, I would just say no.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah. I think we've said enough names. The NXT call-up's been a mess for like the last 2 years. But that's why I kind of want to do this video.
Not the last 3.
What do you mean not the last 3?
Javon.
Okay, yeah.
And Oba.
Well, no, it worked out great for those 3 because they're all in the Mania card.
Exactly.
I just meant it's a mess because, like, you know, NXT was left a mess after they left and all got.
That's why I almost feel like no one should be taken right now. Except for maybe Lucca. That's it.
Me too. I was trying really hard not to put too many people on my list because it's like, you don't want to take too many people because then you're just like, what's the point of NXT at this point? Like, hey, do you mind holding these people for me? Just hold on. Okay, you want me to do anything with them? Do whatever you want, but like we can take them at any time.
I'd even send Maxine to previous NXT just to see if like something would come out of her terrible acting. You're terrible ankle. Instead of call ups, who would I call down?
Oh, no. That's another video. I don't know if I want to do that one. That one will be a little depressing. What happened to you saying we should be more positive about wrestling? That's going to be a real negative ass video. This guy, the Bella Twins.
People. It's just Maxine.
And the Bella Twins. No.
I would not do that to NXT.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. So that's our video for now. That's been our video. Hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania 42.
Because we will.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Not betting money on it. We'll lose on draft picks. If you would like to follow us on our socials, you can find them on the description below. Please tap more. And if you... I'm not going to edit anything in this video, so I don't fucking care what you did. I didn't even see what you did. I don't fucking care. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you have not yet. And as always, stay guapo, mis amigos.
You can.